A day in the life of a realtor before the listing appointment. Before a realtor ever sits down at a listing appointment, a lot of important work should already be happening behind the scenes. The truth is, a good listing appointment does not start at the seller's kitchen table. It starts earlier, when the agent begins researching the property, studying the market, and thinking through pricing strategy before ever stepping through the door. In this video, we're going behind the scenes to look at what a realtor does before a listing appointment, and more importantly, how they should prepare if they want to price a home thoughtfully and professionally. If you're a real estate agent, this part matters more than many people realize. A listing appointment is not just about getting the seller to like you. It is not just about bringing a CMA and suggesting a price. It is about showing up prepared, with a clear understanding of the property, the market, and the competition. Because the better prepared you are before the appointment, the stronger your pricing conversation will be once you get there. So, let's walk through what that preparation should really look like. Before going to the listing appointment, the agent should start by researching the property itself. That means reviewing public records, tax records, prior sale history, square footage, room count, lot size, year built, and anything else that helps establish the basic profile of the home. At this stage, the goal is not to decide value yet. The goal is to understand what the property appears to be on paper. Is it a colonial, a ranch, a cape, or something more unique? Is the lot typical for the area, or oversized, undersized, or unusual? Does the square footage seem straightforward, or does it raise questions? Was there a prior listing with photos that might reveal condition, quality, or updates? A well-prepared agent starts gathering clues before the appointment, so they are not seeing everything for the first time when they walk in. Next, the agent should be studying the market. This is where preparation becomes more than just pulling data. It becomes analysis. A good agent should be looking at recent sales, current active listings, pending sales if available, expired listings, and price reductions. Why? Because pricing is not just about what sold in the past. It is also about what sellers are competing against right now. If the market is moving quickly, that matters. If inventory is building, that matters. If homes are sitting longer, that matters. If price reductions are becoming more common, that matters too. The job is not simply to find a few sold properties and average them together. The job is to understand where this home would fit in the current market and how buyers are likely to react. After that, the agent should begin identifying likely comparable sales. This is one of the most important parts of the preparation process, and it is also where many agents can get into trouble. Comparable sales should not be chosen just because they are nearby. They should be chosen because they compete with the subject property in the eyes of a buyer. That means thinking about more than location. The agent should be asking, are these homes similar in style? Similar in size? Similar in age? Similar in condition and appeal? Do they offer a similar overall experience to the buyer? A good agent understands that not every nearby sale is truly comparable, and before the listing appointment, they should already be narrowing the field to the sales and listings that seem most relevant. Not perfect, but relevant enough to begin building a supportable pricing strategy. Now here is where preparation gets even more important. The appointment itself is not just a presentation. It is also part of the agent's investigation. Before arriving, the agent should already know what they need to verify in person. They should be paying attention to condition, quality, updates, layout, deferred maintenance, basement finish, additions, site utility, view, and any features that could affect buyer reaction. For example, a home may look average on paper but show much better in person. Or the records may suggest a home is larger or more functional than it really is. Or the opposite may be true. That is why strong preparation includes knowing what questions still need to be answered once you walk through the property. The appointment is not just about talking, it is also about observing. A prepared agent also walks in with smart questions. Sellers often know things that will never show up in public records. When was the kitchen updated? How old is the roof? Was the basement finished with permits? Have there been major improvements? Are there known issues with the house? What do the sellers believe makes this home special? These questions matter because they help the agent build a more complete picture of the property before recommending a pricing strategy. And they also help the seller feel heard, which is important. But the purpose is not just rapport. The purpose is better information. This may be the most important part of all. Before the listing appointment, the agent should not be preparing just a price. They should be preparing a pricing conversation. That means being ready to explain how they looked at the market, why certain homes seem more relevant than others, what the competition looks like, what buyers are likely comparing this home to, and what risks come with overpricing. Because the strongest agent is usually not the one who throws out the highest number. It is the one who can explain the number with logic. A seller may want a certain price. They may point to a neighbor's sale. They may focus on how much they spent on improvements over the years. But a prepared agent knows how to guide that conversation back to market evidence, buyer behavior, and realistic positioning. One of the biggest mistakes an agent can make is showing up with a quick CMA, a few optimistic numbers, and no real strategy behind them. That may win a listing sometimes, but it does not always lead to the right list price. And when a home is overpriced from the beginning, the market usually notices. That is why preparation matters so much. The work done before the appointment shapes the advice given during the appointment. So what does a realtor do before a listing appointment? They should be researching the property, studying the market, identifying comparable sales, reviewing the competition, preparing questions, and building a pricing strategy they can explain clearly. Because before a home is listed, before photos are taken, and before a price is ever suggested, the real work begins with preparation. And the better that preparation is, the better the pricing decisions will be. In the next video, we'll take the next step and look at how a realtor runs a market analysis before pricing a home. If you're a real estate agent who wants stronger pricing skills, better comp selection, and more practical training, subscribe for more videos on valuation, market analysis, and real-world real estate education. Or visit us at realestatetraininghub.com.